Well, I think we're seeing a transition period at the moment. We're moving from a period where it was mainly reporting in a narrative version, what we're doing to support environmental activity within our businesses. And that was largely supplemental to any financial statements and the familiar reports that would come about the business's activity. We're now in a period where we're actually measuring ESG risk. We're putting performance standards in, we're measuring our performance in numerical terms. So we're seeing a lot more data collection, data gathering, and then assessment of that data, and then using that data to compare our performance against peer companies, the sector that we're in, etc., because it's important to see how that is impacting the business and impacting the community. So we're moving from one very narrative sort of basis to much more numbers generated and performance management of ESG risks. Yeah, technology has a vital role in ESG management. You asked about data. Data is one of the biggest challenges that firms have. Managing data for ESG, collecting data, the quality of that data, the source of that data, its accuracy. These are all big challenges in the ESG environment. So we're finding increasingly that we're dealing with large amounts of data. A lot of that can be unstructured data. So we need to find ways to A, sift out that we don't need, and B, bring some sort of structure to the data that we do need. So there's a process in there. And of course, the role of technology in handling that data is absolutely crucial. The other challenge, of course, is for many firms, the administrative burden that this all places on the business means that there's a lot more work to be done. So someone has to do that work. So if you can employ technology to help that, so much the better. So I think there's a whole range of drivers that are pushing us to technology-based solutions. And we hear a lot about AI, for example, and AI is a very broad church of technology, but when you break it down into its components like machine learning, natural language processing, the actual techniques that you can employ in the technology field, all of those have a big role to play in helping us handle all of this unstructured, disparate data, pulling it into the business and then being able to manage that data using technology solutions. And then really beyond that, we need technology to help us with understanding what it's telling us. So we're looking at patterns, we're looking at trends, we're looking at the way that graphing the analysis of the data that we've got, and so it brings it to life and we can actually understand, what it's saying to the business. And for that we need real high quality data analytics. So we're seeing the role of data visualization software growing, where we can use automation again and technology to bring to life that data. And then the final bit is in reporting, and I think this is an emerging role for technology that we're all talking about, which is the use of AI in things like Chat, GPT, Microsoft Pilot, and the various other sources of generative AI that are actually helping us generate the reports that come from this automatically. So technology is definitely here to stay in ESG. It's going to grow and we're going to be using smart technology to help solve some of these challenges.